Fix Fam. My name is Caroline Peters. I'm an African feminist and human rights defender. So I'm the founder and executive director of Callas Foundation. Callas Foundation was founded in 2018 at the back of escalating violence on the Cape Flats through gangsterism. And at the time, many women came to me after losing young sons to gang violence. Areas were out of control. Children were also being shot at, being in the mix, and so during that time in 2018 there was lots of violence and many women coming to complain about not being able to have food in the house and that. And one of the things that stood out to me, in fact, some might say this is, but I had a dream about hunger and poverty that was playing a role in driving the violence in our community. And I'll never forget, in 2018, I cooked a pot of soup and I started serving the soup from outside my residence. And during the time I was employed at other organizations working outside of the area. And then so on a Thursday, and that brought women to the pot. And it became almost like a hub where women came to talk, where people seek safety and advice of what to do. This started then being a weekly, once a week, and then we started serving twice a week, but it became a support group for women. And then, of course, fast forward to 2020, it was like we were preparing for we didn't know what was coming. And then, of course, end of March happens, 2020, we all locked down in our homes. And what it did was that on day 2 of lockdown, people were already coming to knock on my door for food and not knowing. Remember, we were living in an uncertain time. We were scared of what was going to happen. But what happened then, what we found was during this time, was that violence were being perpetrated within the homes. Remember, perpetrators were now locked in with women and children. When stage 4, when we moved down to stage 4, the families that then came to seek assistance at the organization, we realized how many sexual violence was perpetrated within homes, within families, and this was really shocking. So from that, we moved from having a big yard with a kitchen. Women were moved, the women, you would find them in the queue with blue eyes. From there, women would sit outside. We started a kitchen network on the Cape Flats with the Cape Flats Women's Movement, and I would get a call coordinating this. Of course, I coordinated this, and I would get a call from someone in Hanover Park, there's a woman to be collected, and then we would go into the area, evacuate the woman, take her to a safe house, Bontierville, other areas. And so that was our modus operandi. What we also did was, as kitchens, we became safe hubs in the communities. So some of the other work that we do, so our organization services, our psychosocial support, we offer access to justice services, we accompany survivors. We know how daunting the justice system is to navigate for women. That is gender-based violence, sexual violence, all these matters. We accompany her to court. We will liaise with the investigating officers, with the NPA, with the justice system to make it less and prepare for court. We then also have a program for the United Nations on the Office of Drugs and Crimes, where we advocate for women in conflict with the law for non-custodial measures, as we know that when we incarcerate a mother, it's like the whole family is incarcerated. And if we say we want to build safe communities, we need safe families. And the mother in most families on the Cape Flats is at the head of this house, of the households. Also, as a human rights defender for the Women's Legal Center, I was nominated to attend the United Nations Commission on the Status of Women So it's UNCSW 67 at the beginning of this year, where I spent 2 weeks in New York at a conference of women worldwide. A few thousand women attends this Congress annually, and it was the 67th. So it was the first one that was happening after COVID. And it was really an honor to be there, to see how the UN resolutions are passed that affects women, not only in our country. So sometimes when we work, we think we work in community, on community level, in community structures, but it was an eye-opener to witness what resolutions are passed and how that filters down into the community. So what the theme was for this year was how do women have access to the, so we speak about the fourth industrial revolution, but it's basically how do women have access to the internet? Does all women, and if we speak about gender equality and we speak about all these things, but is the playing field the same for all women? No, it's not. So how do we make sure that women in every corner of the world have access to the internet? One of the questions we always ask is, why does she stay? Why do women stay? Women stay for various reasons. Women stay for religious reasons, for cultural. We shame her because she stays. Women hope for change. We grow up with religion that says that men are the head of the household. So women stay for various reasons. If you're one of those women who are staying because of, for whatever the reason is, I want to say to you that often we think that things are going to get better. There is a research that has proven that men do not just change. They change when there's interventions. Violence escalates there where if we stay. So the violence normally starts with swearing, and it goes to physical violence, and so the violence escalates. I want to encourage any woman out there that has any problem, if you are directly affected or indirectly, often we all know someone that is affected. And if you look at my sweater, it says silence hides violence. We as the community also, we are responsible. I want to say to women that needs assistance, we are there. There's always someone available. There's helpline numbers, 0800 428 428. That is 24/7 GBV helpline. Callas Foundation is always available. Go onto our website, www.callasfoundation, CALLAS, callasfoundation.org.za, or if you want to email us, admin@callasfoundation.org.za. Our telephone number is 072 539 5113. There is help out there, and violence escalates. And if you see something, say something.